This is from the movie Hannah Rocks the Cradle. It's one of my it's a good movie. I don't know if it's a favorite, but it's not Devda's Indian movie. I like Devda's, so it's an okay movie. I like this one, Hannah Rocks the Cradle. It's scary. It also reminds me in some ways of my own mom, the creepiness of her. I haven't seen this movie in a long time though, so um, I need to watch it again to see what's going on in it. But my mom has always been my biggest hater, one of my biggest haters, her and her sisters. And it's like growing up, I didn't just have one mom that was toxic. I had multiple moms because she has duplicates of her from having sisters. So just imagine the hell that I've gone through. And I'm not going to get into all the details right now. But it's not like I had one mother. It's like I had fucking like 7 moms at a time. 7 toxic moms at a time. 7 jealous, mean moms at a time. Toxic moms. 7 moms that hate me at once. So I would never wish on my worst enemy, even the girl that I don't like. And I know a girl that I don't like. I'm not going to say her name right now. But I would never even wish on her that her mom didn't like her. And that not just mom didn't like her, that her aunts, her mom's sisters didn't like her too. I would never wish that on my worst enemy. But that's the card that I've been dealt. And it's very, extremely unfair. And I've cried about it many times. And don't tell me I'm strong. I fucking hate when people say, oh, you're so fucking strong. Or they might just say, you're so strong. Don't tell me I'm strong. Because I'm not that strong. And I'm very exhausted. And I'm tired. You know? And God was not fair to me. And at this point, I could change religions, and I'm not even kidding. I could be any other religion. I grew up Christian. I don't even care anymore. I have no reason to really be Christian. Because no matter how much I've prayed, I've been stuck with the same problems and the same, having to see these same women who've been bullies throughout most of my life. And so when I hear, and they're my haters, so to speak. My own mom has been my biggest hater. And then her sisters come in and they second that. And they're my haters too. And so no one in this whole world could say anything worse than what I've already heard from my mother and my trash aunts, you know? No one has out-hated me than them. No one could say anything to be worse, or no one could do anything worse to me than what they've done to me. So, and I cannot stand when people say, oh, your mom loves you. Your mom loves you. You don't know my mom. And she smiles in public. She acts just like she's Little Miss Perfect. And the weirdest thing, this is so strange to me, but I noticed that babies, it's like they're born psychic. And it's so scary. It scares me, but I'm not really scared, not for real, but it's more like a surprise type of thing. And it's like, I used to keep this little girl, this little black baby, and I thoroughly believe that children are psychic, because This baby that I kept, she was somebody else's kid. She was somebody's kid from church. She was just starting to talk. She was so small that she just started talking. And when I was holding her, I was the main babysitter. I've been her main babysitter for years. And I remember I was holding her, and she told me, she met my mom, and the baby said, mean. She was just starting with her first words, and she said, mean. And so she knew I never said anything to this child. I don't talk to, of course, I'm not going to talk to a child about anything I go through. You know, I keep children out of this, you know. And so I totally believe in keeping children out of things like that. So I never spoken a word to a baby that just started talking about my mom. And she met my mom, and she already knew. And that shocked me to my core. Like, she knew 1,000% how my mom was before anything. All on her own. It was like she's a psychic baby. And so she said, mean. And then she would put words together. Eventually she said, she's mean. She said, she's mean. In her baby voice, she told me my mom was mean. And my mom didn't do anything in particular to the baby, of course, but it's like the baby knew the spirit of my mom without any hints. And that shocked me so much. And so, and also another woman in my family she met, and the baby knew that person was mean too. And it was so weird because I feel like babies pick right up on someone's spirit. Even my baby nephew who was born not long ago, I was holding him, and my mom came by, and she was like, and so my mom tried to get one of my other relatives who's holding the baby for a minute, because we all pass him around when we're doing things. So she was holding the baby, and then when she had to do something else, the baby reached for me instead of my mom. And so yeah, the baby does prefer me over my mom. And my mom took offense to it, and she said, oh, he prefers you? And it was so weird. Like, she didn't need to make a comment like that, you know? Because, I mean, she's the kind of mom where I don't think I would want her keeping my kids. Seriously, all jokes aside, I would never leave my own kid with her, because she's shown me that she's so jealous, and she's too awkward for me. She's, growing up has been so difficult with her for more reasons than one. And she, when I was little, she didn't compliment me. So, my dad, absolutely beautiful dad. My dad was always very stunning in his pictures. And so when I was a baby, when I was very small, they would all say, oh, you look like your dad. But when you're little and you are just learning the world, that's an insult. And so I thought I looked like a boy when I think I was like, I know some people don't remember being really small, but I remember being like 9 months to a year. You look like your dad. And I used to cry when they would say that, because I thought I looked like a boy when they said that. I didn't know, oh, that's a good thing, you know? It didn't feel like it was a good thing. And they had they had some type of like, in my family, I remember when I was little, I preferred my dad. And they had some type of like animosity toward my dad that I never understood. So it was like, and so the attention that they had towards my dad has redirected itself at me because I'm daddy's girl. And so it's been I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I don't want to stress myself out, but like I feel like any tension that they had towards my dad his whole life, it suddenly redirected itself for me. Because it's like my aunts and my mom, believe it or not, she has made it seem like she liked my dad. Like if you meet her, you would think she actually liked my father. But it seemed like she had like some type of resentment towards him. For years, she had resentment towards him. And her sisters did too. And I think it was just jealousy. Because he was seen as the cool guy. He was he was the talker. And she was the antisocial. And so everyone likes a social person. And also he would get a lot of compliments on how he looked and everything. And so it felt like she didn't like anyone in her spotlight. She's got the spotlight that she's like to be in. And anyone who dims that light is a problem. And so I think for sure God was not fair. He's a difficult God. Why would he deal me a hand like this that I have never been able to deal with? And, family reunions and things like that, I like to miss those. Those are very uncomfortable, But, it's like, it feels like some kind of generational curse. For some reason, I've always been made to be like the villain, the bad guy all the time. Since I can remember, since I was like 12. I think actually when I was younger too. So no matter what I do, she does not really like me. And I will not jump through fire holes to be liked. I refuse to be stupid and jumping through fire holes to be liked. And the hate that she has for her own daughter, I think it's scary. And I've had many nightmares since I was tiny about my own mom. I had one when I was little where my mom, her eyes were all red like she was a demon form. And she looked exactly the same all over, but her eyes were all blood. Like the whole eyeball was blood color. Not even bloodshot, but like blood color. The whole eyeball was blood. And she is like, I don't think she's capable of being the mom that I ever wanted. She's never been that mom. And my whole life has been her acting like I let her down in so many different ways. even when I used to jump through fire holes to keep her happy, none of that mattered. And I've cussed God out. Let's just be totally honest. I've prayed before. I used to pray about it. I don't even pray about it anymore. What's the point? It's getting me nowhere. And I've prayed about it before. And I've actually, during that prayer time, I cussed God out. I asked him why he was such an asshole to give me a mom like that. Why did he do that to me? It's not fair. And other people got such kind moms and nice moms who don't have mood swings all the time, and moms who smile, who just smile. I see moms who just smile. Is smiling such a chore for you? Is it you're so miserable that you can't smile? Like, that's how mine has always been like that. You know. And I remember when I was like 13, I overheard her talking on the phone about me. And guess what she said? She said, she's too happy for me. And she said my name. She's too happy for me. I'm too happy for you? You're like Satan. Like you're Satan in human form. And what I'm tired of is Christians praying for me or saying, "Oh, I'm going to pray for you." Like all the prayers in the world, she decides to be this woman that she's been. She's been like that since I was tiny. You know, like all the prayers in the world couldn't change her. I don't think so. But my joy has always threatened her, or something about me. It's like everything about me has been a problem for her. Like, and even in the past where I had breakups, like nasty breakups that made me cry, she wasn't there for me. So like, this is why I don't talk about anything, because it makes me upset all over again. So never mind. I'm gonna end the video now, but like, when I go through anything, I'm all on my own. And even if I go through a breakup, I'm all on my own. She does not have a compassionate bone in her body. When I have gone through like the nastiest breakups, she will leave me all alone. It's like she's invisible, but her body is just there staring at me, and she'll even discourage me. If I have a breakup, she'll discourage me. You know, she'll like add on to the breakup. She'll make me feel worse, like you don't already feel like shit after a breakup with a boy. She'll jump onto that wagon and like the knife is already inside of me. She'll twist the knife. You know. She's the most cruel woman I've known my whole life. And when I've had bad breakups, who's there to encourage me? My sister. You know, my own blood sister encourages me, because my mom can't encourage me. She's never been able to be a mom. And I remember I had bad breakups, and who was encouraging me? My own sister. And it's like my sister had to become a mom. It's pathetic. You know, like it's sick that you hate your own daughter so much. And it's just her hating me has never been enough. She's got to get multiple women turned against me. And this is why I don't talk about it, because it's exhausting. When a woman hates you, no, it's like a hex. when a woman hates you, she gets other people to hate you too. She can't even hate you by her damn self. I mean, and um and she's unhappy. She's been unhappy, and she's made her own kids the source of her joy, the source of her basic needs and every damn thing. And um if Donald told me right now that he had a job for me, I would just have to support him. That's how desperate I am. Yeah, I would rather work for Donald and support Donald Trump. And I know that I know I've seen the bad side of him. I would rather support him and work for Donald than have to deal with these same people, the ones that have drained me of joy and vitality. Because when people see me out, they never think I go through anything because I look good. Oh, they think my life is so perfect, because I look put together. And it's just I would rather do anything than have to see these people again and deal with them still. And even I've prayed many times to God. I've cried to God. Why the fuck would you make me deal with this? Like, why do you do this to me? And it's still a problem where I have to see them, and if I don't go to family reunions, it's questioned why I missed the reunion. And it shouldn't even be questioned, and I mean, well, alright, I'm gonna go, and I'm not gonna talk about this for a while now because I don't like how it upsets me.